Just me. Just me. Okay. Let's see if this is going to work. That's not the camera I want. That's the camera I want. Hello out there in internet lands. Actually, I want to go back to this camera. So, I am just doing a quick live stream. Hello out there, wherever you happen to be. A quick live stream of showing off, testing, demoing some various camera options that you can use. So software I'm using on my Mac is called Ecamm Live. That's what gets the stuff from my computer out to, right now I'm going to Periscope, Twitch, and YouTube, I think. Yeah. And so that's the software that feeds from my computer through my internet tubes out to a service called Restream.io, which actually takes it and sends it out actually onto Twitch, Periscope, and YouTube. From there, you're all watching, hopefully, wherever you happen to be in the world, on Periscope or Twitch or YouTube. Say hello in the comments if you happen to be there watching. Just a very impromptu, quick stream here as I kill some time between, get my kids from piano, actually, piano lessons. Put your kids in piano or some sort of music. It's good for them. I digress. I wanted to quickly show how I can use either the built-in camera, which I think actually I've turned off by, it's not even an option for me to choose here. So just one moment. In Ecamm Live, I can choose whether or not the default camera, built-in camera is even an option, because it's a pretty awful camera. Disable built-in. So let's re-enable it. So is it going to let me choose it now? Camera. Okay. Okay, so this is your stock camera right now with the FaceTime camera that comes with an iMac. This happens to be a 2015 iMac, a little older, but you can see just right in the computer, the one that's built in, and it works. It's functional. It's not the end of the world, certainly, and probably very familiar to what many of you would use on Zoom calls, Skype calls. And so, by the way, what you're seeing from me right now is exactly what you could use inside of Zoom, inside of Skype, inside of, I don't know, any number of communication apps, Google Meet, etc. You could use any of those. The cameras I'm going to demo and the software I'm going to demo, you could use inside of those. I just happen to be using Ecamm Live so that you can see what I'm doing on a live stream. So feel free to ask any questions down below in the comments, wherever you happen to be. So that's the built-in camera. Now the 2019 MacBook Pro, the 16-inch model, has a better camera. I have it sitting over here. I could test it, but I don't have all the USB-C connections for that, of course. So it'd probably be a little better than this. It might be comparable to the next camera that I have, which is a Logitech C920 web camera. And so I'm going to flip to that camera. And so this, you can see, slight improvement. If we switch back, except it's not an option quickly. So default camera, I'm going to include this in the switcher here. Built-in camera or Logitech C920 camera, which depending on the deal, you can find on Amazon or Best Buy or wherever you buy your gear for $80 to $100. They've got some newer ones coming out or that are out now. That'll probably be a little better quality than this. So this is good. This is definitely like adequate for a lot of folks, and would be a worthwhile upgrade if nothing else. If you're doing a lot of Zoom calls with the work, with the office, or family even, or whatever, it's definitely a nice upgrade from this, which is a little grainy, a little lower res, upgraded to the C920. That's what this is. Another option that I've been promoting a lot lately is something called Reincubate is the company, and their software is called Camo Studio. So it's actually an app that you install on your Mac. Right now it's Mac only. There's a Windows version that they've got coming. But basically it allows you to then use your iPhone with Zoom, with Skype, with Ecamm Live, as I'm demoing right now, for live streaming. Use your iPhone. Instead of having to buy, you've seen lots of folks running out and buying really expensive DSLR cameras. Then they hook up with adapters to their computer. Some of them can natively go right into your computer. Some of them you have to have an adapter, converter kit thing to get it to work on your computer. And it looks amazing, which rightfully so. But if you've got, like I do, an iPhone 11, iPhone 10, even iPhone 8, you can do it with, I think, and definitely the iPhone 12, the new one. Why not use that camera phone thing that you've already got, that you've paid a bunch of money for, rather than buying a bunch more gear, and just hooks in through the lightning ports on your computer, USB ports on your computer, and then it looks like, switch over to this. that. So this is actually demoing, so it's kind of a little off. I don't have it quite centered the same way. This is demoing Camo Studio's new portrait mode that's in beta. So it's not necessarily that by default up until this point. Let's see if I can switch to normal mode. It would look like this. So you can see everything in, you know, in the background as normal. But if I switch to their portrait mode in beta, you get the sort of portrait effect that happens on your iPhone 11 or 12 or 10 that you normally would see when you're taking pictures of folks, where it blurs the background around you. So I think what Camo is doing, I don't know all the technical details here, but I think it's using the iPhone iOS's API to connect with the portrait mode and using some software to mimic that on your webcam. So again, this could work for Zoom, Skype, etc., as well as with Ecamm Live, like I'm doing it right now. Let me just actually flip over to my desktop. So this is Camo Studio that I'm running right now. So again, like I said, it's a desktop app as well as an app on your phone. So it's free on your phone or iPad. And then you buy the app from reincubate.com. And so you can see I can choose my phone. I can choose the mode, like I was switching back and forth from normal to portrait. I can also choose a lens. So right now I've got the wide angle back lens of the iPhone. If I'm in normal mode, it's going to switch, and then I can actually choose the ultra wide lens if I wanted. So it gives you more of like a cool fish eye. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Lens, or the selfie camera on the other side, which right now is nicely showing my desk. No, showing my shelf. And yeah, so let's go back to the portrait mode. And I can see actually here I've got an adjustment to dial in how much bokeh, I think that's called. Is that the fancy word for it? Doesn't look like it's changing too much. Again, beta being what it is. And they got some awesome presets. I'll just point out and highlight Lemonia, which is done because in appreciation of the editing work that or the videos that I put out for them. I'm going to hide that picture-in-picture thing. Yeah, you can quickly switch to a couple of presets. Obviously, it changes your exposure and adjustments and all sorts of fun things there. Look a little grainy and gross. And you can save presets, etc. I'm not going to demo the whole app right now. Well worth, in my opinion, well worth the, let's go back to just me. There we go. Well worth the cost. I think it's $25. Because basically what it's doing is, instead of using the webcam built in or having to buy an $85 USB webcam, which is great, you're using your $1,000+ iPhone lens that's Apple engineered and works amazing for taking photos, obviously, and video like normal. But you can use it with, like I said, Ecamm Live, Zoom calls, Skype calls, Google Meet, all sorts of communication stuff, and looks really cool. You can set it up wherever away from your computer. So if maybe you don't want it just like, you don't want to have to stare at the person you're talking to right into your computer, you could put it somewhere else in your room, in your office, and set it up that way. So I think it's really cool, and you should check it out. I gotta go. So if you have any questions, I'm iChris on Twitter, if you haven't already connected that, and or lemonproductions.ca. Hit me up, ask any questions you have about this. I do a bunch of these kind of videos on my YouTube channel all the time, tutorials and stuff, and demoing this kind of stuff. And so feel free to look me up there. Show Logie, please. I don't know who. Hi, Mr. Cool. Mr. Lucky Cool. Show every Logie. What does that mean? Mr. Lucky Cool. I'm not cool enough to know what that means. All the cameras? Or is there something else? Something weird that I don't know what you're talking about because I'm not hip enough. I can show them again if that's, I don't think that's what you're talking about, but that's the HD webcam that I bought, C920. Show every camera. Okay, good. We are on the same page. So this is the Logitech C920. So $80 to $100 depending on when you buy it and where you buy it. This is the built-in camera, FaceTime camera on my iMac. Again, a couple years old. They didn't really make any major changes to it until 2019. So if you have a Mac of any sort from 2019 2019 or 2015, 2014 on to present day, other than the 2019 MacBook Pro, I think, and maybe an iMac has a better camera. This is what you're dealing with. And then, so going up again to Logitech C920 camera, looks like this. And then Reincubate Camo camera, looks like that. So this looks like I've got a fancy DSLR, you know, obviously it focuses sort of in a little bit. Yeah. It's actually even blurring my microphone out of the picture here. It's a little harsh right now, probably, but that's pretty slick. I mean, yeah. Anyways, I could play with it for a while. Can dial down the focus or have it autofocus. So that's what the software looks like. This, like I was just playing with. You think the Logitech camera is best? Well, see, maybe you're thinking of the, where am I? Just me here. If you don't like the bokeh effect, that's where you can switch it back to normal. Because I think that, oh, I'm supposed to breathe. I'm just going to not breathe right now. Although I did. If you don't like the bokeh effect, you can have this. Maybe on the stream, it's looking a little different on Twitch if there's some artifacts or whatever, but I think you might like so if the angle is better with the Logitech one, definitely I could set up let me switch back. Camo phone, my phone on a tripod. I've got it right now. I can move it, you know, somewhere else and maybe have it more centered. Mr. Lucky Cool. So let's go back to the Logitech one more time. Like I said, with Camo, you can actually dial a lot more of the settings in. I have it sort of set to default stock configuration. So Logitech C920 and Camo Studio. Your mileage may vary, of course, to each their own. Color balance is different, obviously, because it's the iPhone. I like more iPhone. Yeah. So that's like the iPhone Reincubate camera without the effect. Yeah. That's the demo of just their portrait mode. I'll switch that on again just for fun, just to show you that it's possible. Because some folks really like using. I personally don't use the portrait mode a lot when I'm taking pictures around the house or whatever with my family, just because I find it does grab a weird kind of focus out of focus kind of picture often, and I prefer the normal mode on my iPhone. But just to show what it's like and how you can do that. Let's see if I can fire up the. Don't show favorites. Camo. No, Reincubate. Reincubate Camo. Show on desktop. There we go. So, yeah, this is, I guess it's $39.99. I said there's a free edition, I think, to try. I'm not sure what their limitations are of it, but allows you to do all sorts of cool stuff with it. And then down here, by the way, if you scroll down a little further, you can see Camo is coming soon to Windows, and you can sign up for the mailing list to get updates on the progress of the Windows version of it. So it'll still be an iOS and Android, or sorry, iOS, so iPhone and iPad software app, but then it could also connect to a Windows computer. So I always catch myself looking at my Logitech camera. Anyways, I got to run. Thanks for watching. Like I said, twitter.com/iChris or lemonproductions.ca. lemonaudio.club is where you can go if you want to join lemonaudio.club. Go back there. Is where you can join up and join my audio community, Discord, etc. So, adios, Mr. Lucky Cool. Thanks for stopping by. Overwatch is a great game. Am I still tagging as Overwatch on Twitch? Is that maybe why you showed up? Anyways, we'll figure all this stuff out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Bye.